What's up, guys? Spenny. There's a lot of AI slop on the internet. We don't pay any attention to it, and people can just pretty much make whatever they want these days, and the results have been horrifying. But this is some slop that we paid attention to because it came from Iranian state media and the Iranian regime. It was a play-by-play of how they plan on killing President Trump by shooting him with a sniper robot from the bushes of his golf course, killing the president as he took a stroke on the golf course. And there they go. The reason why I thought this was particularly of note and why we've covered it on the show is because, well, Iran is the country that Trump, according to his own commentary with various reporters, fears the most when it comes to assassination attempts. They're the country that is often making assassination threats against President Trump, and that once this video was released, Trump was nearly shot from the bushes while playing golf. And I don't believe in coincidences. And so this was obviously something that maybe struck a nerve a little bit deeper. Obviously, the individual who tried to shoot President Trump from the bushes at the golf course, he had connections to Iran. He had connections to terrorist organizations. And so President Trump losing his life in this video, this is something that we paid attention to. And then it became real life as feds foiled Iranian-linked assassination plot said to target Donald Trump. Federal law enforcement officials have charged a Pakistani national who plotted to assassinate Trump and did so with the help of the Iranians. Remember, every single young man or woman who was killed in Iraq or Afghanistan or in the Middle East, 99% chance they were killed with an Iranian hitman, bomb, terrorist, an Iranian-backed regime, murderer, killed Americans. That's how people died. This is an individual who was paid by Iran to kill President Trump. There were also assassination plots that caused President Trump's motorcade to veer wildly because suddenly it was being followed by drones. And Iran was willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for somebody to try and take a shot at Donald Trump. And why are we talking about this right now? Well, one, because, I mean, obviously you can read the Justice Department, murder for hire related charges against Iranian asset and two local operatives. Iranian asset employed multiple associates in New York to surveil and murder a U.S. citizen of Iranian origin who had publicly criticized the Iranian government. Inside Trump's Iran fear, Alex Eisenstadt reporting that President Trump's number one fear was that Iran was going to kill him in the 2024 election. Iran and its operatives were going to kill him. Now, the reason why, of course, we are re-upping all of this is because Iran has decided to go a little step further and begin to air assassination propaganda against President Trump once more. Secret Service aware after Iranian state TV airs Trump threat featuring photo of the Butler assassination attempt, saying that they're not going to miss this time. And I found this particularly interesting because this time we won't miss. Iranian TV airs threats to Trump. Okay. Well, is that them taking credit for the last assassination attempt, saying we won't miss this time? Not sure. At a Pennsylvania rally, Trump turned his head a split second before a bullet, avoiding what could have been a deadly shot. In defiance of the protective detail, he stood up with his fist, yelling, "Fight, fight, fight." Iranian state TV has aired a vile threat against President Trump. The clip showed a sign held by a demonstrator pro-Iranian regime gathering featuring now iconic photo of Trump standing on the stage with bloodied ear. The caption below the photo written, "This time the bullet won't miss," according to the correspondent who posted a screenshot. The Secret Service confirmed that they are aware of the photo. Obviously, there are major protests throughout Iran, and Donald Trump has threatened potentially bombing Iran again. The U.S. Human Rights Agency announced that 1,800 dead protesters and 135 members of Iran's security forces. Other reports say the death toll more like 3,000 people. Trump is weighing military action. I have canceled all meetings with Iranian officials Until the senseless killing stops, help is on its way, President Trump posted. So here we go. This time the bullet won't miss, says Iranian broadcaster. This time the bullet won't miss. Iran issues assassination threat to Trump. This time the bullet will hit its target. Again, are they admitting that they had a hand in the last assassination attempt? This time, right? Like, I don't know. Has anybody answered any questions about Matthew Thomas Crooks? Has anyone said anything? Anybody ever answered any questions about how that kid got any training or funding? How that kid was able to fly under the radar, learn how to build bombs, engage in this non-normative behavior, have all of his tracks covered by the feds? I've asked questions. I've asked questions of the FBI about this. And I believe that there is something, I believe that there is some type of foreign connection to Matthew Thomas Crooks. The reason why I believe that is that I've been told by my sources at the FBI and inside of the government that that Trump has personally decided to close down or make extremely secret what really happened that day. It makes me believe that potentially there was foreign involvement and that Trump doesn't want to start a war, right? Which is what would have to happen if you found out that Iran was funding Matthew Thomas Crooks to shoot Trump, right? You'd have to just start a war immediately. Did Iran just admit that Thomas Crooks was their assassin? We know Iran sent Asif Merchant to assassinate Trump, not personally, but just to recruit someone to do it. The FBI caught him fleeing the United States the weekend of Butler and arrested him. We also know that they cracked Crooks' phone. He had overseas accounts, and the FBI defied the subpoena. They still haven't released anything. GOP Senator Ron Johnson reissued the subpoena this summer, compliant. So far, Cash tells FBI is defying it. And what I've heard is that they're doing it because Trump has said he doesn't want the information out. Why wouldn't he want the information out?
If Iran have you sign it, if it's Iran and their proxies who have threatened to retaliate against you and your team by killing you guys for taking out Soleimani.
Well, they haven't done that, and that would be a terrible thing for them to do. Not because of me. If they did that, they would be obliterated. That'd be the end. I've left instructions. If they do it, they get obliterated. There won't be anything left. And they shouldn't be able to do it. And Biden should have said that, but he never did. I don't know why. Lack of intelligence, perhaps. But he never said it. If that happens to a leader or close to a leader, frankly, if you had other people involved also, you would call for total obliteration of a state that did it. That would include Iran. So I'm signing this, and it's a very powerful document, but hopefully we're not going to have to use it.
President Trump saying, I've left instructions for what to do to Iran if they kill me. I mean, I guess that must be pretty serious. It's pretty serious. If you like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates like this, let me know in the comment section. Do you think Iran had a part in Trump's assassination attempt? I believe a foreign government absolutely did, 100%. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See you.